This event is about epilepsy. We're trying to show the people what we're doing in our labs and what kind of efforts we're trying to make to cure epilepsy. It's really different from normal events because you have lots of different part of people working for epilepsy, clinicians, neurosurgeon, everyone's going to explain their little point of view and their little share of the work. And then we have juniors as well that are going to talk about their research, which is really good because usually you mostly hear senior people talking.
And I'm here because I'm a mum of two girls that have epilepsy, so I was interested in finding out more about the science and the future of epilepsy.
I think this is a great event because it's quite informal. A lot of these kind of events can be quite corporate and a little bit too formal, whereas this is really relaxed and it allows people like me as well to speak, as well as professors and researchers. So hopefully they get the patient's perspective of how they help.
It's quite relaxed and I think the scientists talk differently with things like this than when you go to more academic talks.
So first of all, I thought what I'd do is just give some of you an idea about what epilepsy is. Now, importantly, any person's brain can have a seizure. Not only any person's brain can have a seizure, any fly's brain can have a seizure. Any brain can have a seizure, because all you need is this electrical storm to occur.
So I'm going to share my story with you of my relationship with epilepsy. And when I was 14, I had my first tonic-clonic seizure in my sleep. I don't remember a lot about it. I just remember waking up and there was two paramedics staring at me and my mum was like freaking out about it. Obviously I was too, I didn't know what happened. As a result of that, I was referred to a neurologist in Leicester where I live. He said, Lisa, you have something called a cavernoma and it's located in the left-hand side of your brain, really, really close to the area of your speech and language. He said it's about the size of a blueberry and it's more than likely the cause of your epilepsy. But the one thing he said which really stuck with me, he said, Lisa, don't expect too much from your life. He said, people with epilepsy rarely hold down lasting relationships, have good jobs, or live normal lives. In 2007, I came here to the National for the first time and I met Professor Walker. Professor Walker gave me something that no one else could. He gave me hope.
I'm really grateful to have heard that account from Lisa. That's really very brave of you, and I'm really delighted to hear how well things have gone. So what I'm going to talk about is some research that we're doing, that if we could somehow target the seizure focus and adjust that excitation-inhibition balance, we might have a rational approach to treat seizures, to prevent seizures.
Decanoic acid. So decanoic acid is a fat. It's a fat that's present in goats. It's present a lot in goats. And in animal models, it seems to be very effective actually at stopping seizures. And we worked out the amount of goat that you'd have to eat if you have epilepsy in order to have this effect. And it does work out at just over 1 goat per day.
Now this is really where we were with brain imaging about 10 years ago. And there have been huge developments in the last few years. Quality of life, saves lives, and is also very cost effective. And thanks for your attention.
Are you presenting?
Yeah, I will be the first, obviously, the lucky one to be first.
Are you nervous?
Slightly nervous, yes.
So we're going to start the second part of the evening. So few things. They are quite stressed, so please be super warm and clap quite loudly.
So my job, my project, is to understand what this increasing number of teeny tiny protein in the brain does to the brain.
Basically, I want to talk more generally today about how we use flies to understand, and why we use them to understand genetic disease. So I brought with me a vial of around 30 flies. So this is the species called Drosophila bananagrassel. So these are the flies we use in our lab to study these diseases, basically. So anybody want to volunteer maybe and have a look at 2 different sets of flies? You can see that the ones that are labeled mutants are a bit more sluggish. So they have by eye you can see there's a phenotype, right? So a bit more sluggish.
I want you to start by imagining a book. Perhaps a very long book, maybe the longest book you can think of, which for me was obviously Harry Potter and the Order of the Phoenix because everybody in our generation knows this is the longest book in the world. So Harry Potter is like the genome, which is containing DNA, the information for the genetic code.
So the one you really liked, you have to clap really, really, really loudly. Okay? It's quite difficult. I'm happy.
I mean, this is just a dream come true, really. I've always wanted a piece of black and white paper saying Amazon on it.
I'm really happy that people would enjoy my speech and maybe understood something and is coming back at home with something to think about it. Because my Jenga wasn't working, so I was like, take it out one piece and I was like, oh no, it's not falling down. Like,
I feel very important right now. Yeah, but they will probably cease in about 2 minutes.
So this is the end of our event. We're having drinks. Everyone is enjoying it. We had really, really a cool night.
Thank you. It was brilliant. I've learned so much.
This is great.
I've been epileptic since I was 9, and I'm 48 now, and I have learned lots.
I thought the best part of the evening was undoubtedly the young people at the end, the PhD students and the postdocs, presenting their work in very inventive ways and making it understandable for us all.
It was really good, and I think we should do that more often.